go. Let it burn. Let it burn for Dream Warrior 72, Black Panther.
I know this song.
Do you know this music?
How do I know this?
Wait till it hits. Wait till it hits.
I used to be somewhat of a movie song savant, though. This proves me.
This
song.
This drills deep.
Yeah.
This drills deep. But this is one of my favorite. Alexa, volume up.
Dude, I know this. What the fuck is this from?
Oh.
Dude.
You want a hit?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, Top Gun.
No,
not Risky Business.
Days of Thunder.
Oh, shit. I knew this song.
The opening montage. So this,
oh, is that what it's from? Oh, because
yeah,
it sounds like the one where he comes back to win, racing another guy's car.
Yeah,
but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, this is like this is where it's like today at such and such raceway.
Yeah, they show him like Indy racing, like they show him like on like the Indy track, and then they show another guy on the NASCAR track.
Well, no, you don't see Tom Cruise race anything but NASCAR in that movie.
No, I know, but the thought is he's in one of those cars on the Indy.
Well, no, because it's all Indy. It opens just like Top Gun, where Top Gun's like all aircraft carrier. This is all like Indy Raceway, and it's like the crews like pushing out the cars and everyone lining up and the audience filling the stadium.
Oh shit, was that what it was?
Yeah,
I swore there was
it's all like orange sunset. Yeah. Like it really is like a NASCAR version of the opening of Top Gun.
Who filmed Top Gun?
Tony Scott.
Who did?
Tony Scott.
Well,
yeah, right there.
Well,
there you go.
I think we have our answer as to why that was.
the master of what they call the
80s movies,
the golden hour.
Oh yeah,
which is the 1 hour you shoot.
Yeah, with the sun.
Yeah, which was adopted by Michael Bay and made into like a permanent film style. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa don't like to listen.
Alexa, stop being an 80-year-old man with a hearing fucking problem.
So it's what time is it? It's 7:37 in the morning.
I have 7:39. You're wrong, bitch.
Yeah. We're doing Dream Warrior 72. Sitting down early in the morning, early Saturday.
Hell yeah, because we were too out of it last night.
We had a little bit of sleep. Had one bottle of Tito's vodka.
I'm actually pretty good functioning today for having a whole bottle. Helping you kill half a bottle of Tito's.
Yeah, so let's hit that music and let's just get into it.
All right.
Funny as opposed to
pointing him around like I use you. So tell me, he said he's a big boy. Let him answer.
Yeah, so the my one glaring thing that I kind of woke up to was mapping out the time frame and the things we had to do today. Yeah. And we're targeting somewhat of a quicker recording. But do you think we still? It's 7:45 now.
Yeah.
Do you think we still have time to go to spread?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You think we'll have time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was going to suggest we forego spread in order to save time. I think it would save us about 40 minutes.
Oh, order before we go?
No, I mean like don't go.
Oh.
I'm because it's.
I mean no, don't go.
Because it's on what 22?
No, it's on 20th.
Is it on 20th?
Yeah, it's right by 20th and Spruce. It's between Spruce
and
it's
right. Yeah, it's right. It does. It's right across from
Spruce
20th,
and Locust. Yeah,
from 20th and Manning.
Yeah.
But then we will have to go.
Back to the Apple store.
Yeah, a little bit of a way.
Well, let's do this. Let's record and let me try to call Apple support. I never got to do that yesterday. So let me call and see if they can actually if I can get them on the phone.
Yeah.
Or live chat because that might actually be if that works, and it's a quick fix.
Yeah.
That could actually cut out a lot of the needless travel.
One of the things I talk about a lot. I just always talk about learning, like the ability to learn. Yeah, like the ability to gain abilities.
You?
Like
I don't ever heard you talk about
the skill of skills. So
I liked it. The skills, dude. I liked it. That's pretty. You should hashtag skills.
So one of the things that Mark's doing
heard it first
is Mark needs to go to the Apple store to have them look at why his iMovie is not updating.
Yeah, thanks Obama.
Oh, geez. What does Obama have to do with that?
Nothing. I just love saying that.
Oh, okay. That's kind of funny.
He was like blaming me. Thanks, Obama. Like, dude, you could thank dead Steve Jobs before you thank Obama for that one.
Yeah. So we got So last night we were really excited for this movie, right?
Yeah.
Like we were.
Don't let my current state diminish that.
Now, yeah. So here's the one question I did want to ask you. Mm-hmm. A couple of my other friends.
Yes, I'll marry you, Peter. Yes.
A couple of my other friends did not want to
see it
because I just think like it doesn't not to say I'm not calling anyone out, but not.
You say their names.
Well, it's not it has nothing to do with just being a like a black exploitation, which is that's essentially what it is. It's a black exploitation superhero movie.
Yeah,
that drew them out of the theater. Like like they just weren't interested. But I'll tell you one thing: seeing the movie with a black audience is I honest to God, while I was watching it last night, it was like you were kind of like at Woodstock. Or you were at something that you'll never be at again. Like meaning that, like seeing Black Panther in Philadelphia opening night with a black audience where people cheered for like Angela Bassett.
Yeah,
they cheered when they like got to Africa. Yeah, like there was like this like momentum.
The dude behind me kept kicking my seat, and didn't understand when I'd rock the chair on purpose to get him to stop kicking.
Oh, you
finally got the
your
picture.
Seat was getting kicked.
Yeah, and it was a dude not directly behind me, but the dude to like the right of behind me. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, forget the guy next to me, which weighed like 400 pounds.
Yeah,
he probably didn't feel it, and he fell asleep.
He fell asleep as soon as the movie started,
and then got up and left in the middle.
Got up and left, yeah,
in the middle of the movie.
We should have just moved over and sat in their seats. There was a seat next to me too. You could have sat next to that other girl, the one I was talking to.
She was kind of feeling us,
dude. It's kind of funny. She was like, I was flirting with her like heavily, and then like her I knew she was with a guy, but then like the guy shows up, and it was just cool because like I kind of. Like I always do the move where like if you're talking to a girl and the guy shows up,
you start talking to the guy.
Well, I'm more into the guy than I am into the girl.
Yeah.
At that point, and then like it makes a girl's head spin. Yeah. It makes the guy think you're cool because you're like fluffing his feathers.
Yep.
And then you go for the kill.
Well, I mean, we fought not the exact same thing, but there's that really cute chick behind us in line.
Yeah.
That we were chatting up, and then the guy came and I started chatting to him like crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Beta came up, dude.
Dude, Mr. Beta.
Like you're almost it was like when that dude look. Just side note, Mark and I are hyper masculine, right? Like we're hyper masculine, but it's
I don't wear underwear when I go out in public. I work out pantsless.
But it's a little bit of the line in Fight Club where they say like you get to a level of awareness where you're constantly measuring up other people.
Yeah,
but you're measuring them up not out of like what car do they drive, what clothes are they wearing. We're measuring them up of like almost like your essence and your energy.
What kind of person are you?
And who you are. Yeah. So
are you the dude to like jump on his girlfriend if someone comes to the theater and starts creating havoc? The guy to just run or duck and cover, or the guy to go after the guy to create trouble? Dude,
when that dude showed up with the girl that was behind us, it was almost like, all right, like which one of us is going to bench press him?
Yeah.
You or me? Well, okay. Mark benches, I'll squat him.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say like Pete
like,
first just
like look at this guy.
Confuse him with IT talk.
Confuse him. Well, wait, we're bad because we're getting masculine and somewhat racist right here. The guy seemed Indian.
He smelled it.
Yeah,
no, he smelled it.
I mean, he could probably out IT talk me, and he never had an IT course.
Wait, but by that standard, have you though? Have you an IT course?
No, I think the one I had, I was like drifting off on.
You're like,
I was like falling asleep.
I already learned all this stuff.
I'm just like, oh my god, like who cares about this certification? But but she was it's kind of funny because she was like totally into talking to us.
Yeah,
and we were drinking, we were openly drinking.
Yeah, oh yeah,
and it's almost like I felt like when the line moved. And the line started to like fragment off because it's either you do like exit left or entrance left or entrance right.
Yep.
Into the we were at screen 6, which was a hell of a screen because we were close and we were like had good seats.
Yeah. Well, we were in the main walk-through aisle between the front and the main section.
Yeah, I was so happy that we got those seats as late because there was a crazy long line for this movie. Yeah, and we were getting there early.
Yeah, someone's like, "Oh yeah, we'll be fine if we get there and get ourselves by 9:15."
Well, I said
we walk upstairs and it's like a sneak through the hallway.
It's a 10:10 movie. We left at 9. We got there too late. Like, yo, okay,
still worked out though, dude.
It did work out
because we were a party of 2. When you go with more than 2 people to a movie theater. For the grand opening of a movie, you got to get there it's like an airport. You got to get there 3 hours before if you want to actually sit together.
I think if they ever made like a Dude Where's My Car movie with us, the name of the movie is Party of 2. Just a Party of 2, really, because this is a lot of empty bottles and alcohol and food and Domino's for 2 guys.
Yeah. Wait, 2?
2?
And like the craziest combo creamer mixture coffee creamer mixture I've ever seen in my life.
They're almost like coffee creamer carnosaurs.
That was like connoisseur and carnivore.
Carnivores.
Carnosaurs.
Because we eat it. Okay, but dude,
it was an event though. But I heard the cheering for Angela Bassett. But I think that's when I started to get into my nice happy buzz phase.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the cheering for Africa.
Yeah, well...
or I was going like this, covering my ears.
Well, yeah, and there was like the... there was almost like this like anticipation I felt too whenever they went into...
something new.
Like our people are oppressed mode.
Yeah.
So we'll jump into that real quick. But when the line was moving, the point I was getting at was that some of the energy I felt from that girl... It was like when her boyfriend showed up or her beta male date.
Yeah.
It was I was like you could kind of like I just felt like
you could feel the shift.
Well, yeah, and she's like, yo, those guys are fun.
Yeah.
Like those guys are fun, and this dude like barely like beta male. Like it's almost like we were like both talking to him. Yeah. So he would have something to say back.
Yeah.
Because like the girl was like super happy and like friendly and
she like clammed up when he came around.
I know.
Which is so funny to me because it's like she went back under like her phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I noticed it. Don't care. Didn't care. Didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And he just at first like did what what you talked about the methodology, just talking to the guy and just including him in the conversation because he's probably sees these 2 dudes just like talking to his chick drinking.
He's probably like
no idea what's going on.
He's probably like, huh, man, what are those guys? Are they bothering you? Are they are you okay?
I'd be like,
are you?
So I didn't do my taxes yet, man. You want to help me out with that?
Yeah. Are you fine? Are you are they too aggressive?
Well, you know what's funny to me is that you can always tell, I should say always tell. One of the things that I've always noticed, I don't think anyone ever picks up on, or ever references.
Yeah.
When you work out more, you're warmer.
Yeah.
I'm always hot. Like I'm always warm or uncomfortable unless it's really cold.
Yeah, because dude, remember, like as soon as I sat down. As soon as we got our seats, my jacket came right off.
Yeah, me too.
I was like,
I was pissed off because we decided to move seats.
Yeah, well, that was a good move though, because we needed a pee path.
Yeah, and somebody spilled a third of the popcorn upon sitting down.
I did kick over a third of the popcorn.
And I go to refill it. I'm like, all right, take care of that. I come back, it's still there.
Yeah, I didn't tell. I'm kind of like moved my seat.
I looked over to the chick and I'm like, he had all that time. He didn't do nothing about that.
No, I was talking to her the entire day.
I know, she was cracking up,
dude. I was, dude. She was like, it's so funny because there was a time where she was like curled up and sitting.
Yeah,
and she was kind of like backward, sideways, facing me, but talking to me and talking to her relatives behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, her whole butt was like hanging out, like cracking all, like underwear and all. And I'm just like, I felt like I was in high school, like
full of cracking stuff.
Yeah, it was almost like in Superbad when he's walking behind the girl and he sees the the black thong through the white pants, and she turns around. And she's like, "What do you want?" He's like, 7 o'clock. He like looks at his watch. He's like, "It's 2:30," and he runs off. And he's like, I talked to her. It's awesome. I love it.
McLovin.
So let's jump into this movie real quick because we already talked for 14 minutes.
Nice about the build up to the movie,
about Days of Thunder, standing in line for the movie, and drinking a bottle of Tito's.
Yes. All right. So let's just jump in. Original thoughts overall before we get into the intricacies of it. What do you think?
It's good. I thought it was a good movie.
Yep.
The music, the visuals.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The parts we already kind of knew that were going to be good stayed good.
The one thing I heard from I think like the 2 or 3 reviews, the non-spoiler reviews I watched on YouTube was that one of the reviewers said that the action wasn't as prevalent in compared to the other Marvel movies, but I thought it was. Yeah. It had like 3 or 4 action pieces.
Yeah, and there's a without giving a spoiler, there was an initial one-on-one fight scene that I didn't expect.
Same here. Yeah.
Upon him arriving back,
right? Like, yeah, and that was
his kingdom.
That was cool. See, so
and the setup for that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, my only issue with the movie is that I felt like it had a weak third act. Like not even third act when he lost the throne.
Yeah, and the guy comes in.
And, he comes in, and then it was like, now I have to get the throne back.
Yeah,
I thought that they were going to have, because that happened so late in the movie.
Yeah,
when he lost the throne, I honestly thought the movie was going to pivot towards like Wakanda splitting, and Black Panther being like vigilante. Like on the run, Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
And then the other guy maintaining the throne.
I'm trying to get him.
Yeah, or like I thought he was going to split like Wakanda, and I'm like, yo, that's interesting because it makes Black Panther like a real like he's Black Panther in Wakanda versus Black Panther like going to New York City or something. Yeah. Like he's an enemy in his own state. And because it happened so late, but then it doesn't matter. Michael B. Jordan in this movie,
awesome,
so
really
good
performance, yeah,
amazing. I thought the use of his scars was the most interesting quick tag, for you to know someone's deadly, without hearing their entire story.
Yep, like, and they gave a background at another point,
a quick background. Yeah, they said he kills people like video games.
Yeah,
and you're almost like, damn.
That's great. Well, no,
Creed knows what's up.
And the Hobbit CIA guy.
Yeah. Who was also good and funny.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that was a good choice pick for Civil War, and I was surprised because I don't really like him.
Yeah, he's
as a person.
He's replacing Agent Coulson, which was the guy that they killed and brought back in Avengers.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, but
they brought him back for a TV show.
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't really, and they don't put him back in the movies, which is really weird because if he showed up in any of the movies, it definitely would make people want to watch more of the TV show and to know what the TV show was all about.
Exactly. Or reference it or something.
Yeah, like, because it's weird. Yeah, it's totally weird because I don't watch the TV show because I have a life. Yeah. But I know the TV show consistently references the movies.
Really?
Yeah, like because right now I think the next season they're in space, so they're saying like they're gonna be doing like Infinity Gems, they're going cosmic.
Space Shield.
Yeah, right. To build into Infinity War.
Oh,
okay,
really?
And then like when Captain America Winter Soldier happened.
Yeah.
So that movie comes out, and I think that came out during the Shield season. So the next episode of the Shield season was the fallout of S.H.I.E.L.D. fracturing, being part Hydra, part S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, wow.
And they had people like betraying one another in that episode, not knowing who's Hydra and who's not.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I watched it because I'm like, yo. And they had like Bill Paxton in it.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be...
What's that crazy mofo doing?
Yeah, other than dying. No.
Yeah, Bill Paxton, what is he?
Game over, man.
He's still alive?
Why don't you put her in charge? It's still my favorite Bill. Okay, yeah, and so I watched it, and I'm like, yo, this show is doing it. Like, you just saw the movie, and they're continuing it on TV.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Who's ever done that? I don't think anyone's...
Never.
Yeah.
Okay?
Never successfully. I'm sure someone's tried, and it failed miserably.
Yeah,
which is why we don't know about it.
I think this was, like, in an amazing scale, and I watched the episode, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, you suck, S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, you suck. You had me.
You had me, and then you lost me.
It's almost like it really is almost like
you had me at Hydra.
So much of it is like almost like a girl that perfectly like gets herself ready.
Yeah.
And like perfectly, you're like, oh my god, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then walks the door and like breaks her heel.
Yeah. No. Undresses, and you're like, whoa.
Where's that bodysuit?
Yeah.
There?
Like, okay, wow, you nailed it all. High five. You nailed it all, but
it's over now.
Yeah. Good.
The time has come.
Good.
The end is near.
Good for you. You do things with a hair curler.
Yeah.
that
Wow.
even we've
that
volumizes your hair.
We've gone through like egotistical malehood.
I know.
Racism. Feminism. We're tearing through people in this episode.
This is Dream Warrior. So
that's right.
Okay, yeah. So I thought the action was cool.
Oh yeah.
I thought the story was there. Like I thought the arc of the story. I thought the entire anything that happened narratively was completely obvious in this movie.
What we talked about off camera last night and before this, yesterday though.
Yeah.
Hoping that they were going to explain. They explained it like before the movie really
Yeah,
started.
we were talking about that. We were watching Civil War, pre-gaming, waiting to call our Uber, and you were like, "Look, I like how." Like, what do they do with the tech? Like, how is it even there? Like, how's it secret?
Yeah.
Like, blah, blah, blah. And the movie opens with this opening narration, and there it's like, hey, here you go, a-hole.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it went right from how the Marvel movies, they know who they're making the movies for, and they're not making it for the geeks.
Nope.
They're making it for, like, Mark. They're making it for you. And it goes right down to the point where our friend, we'll call him Scott. Okay, where like Scott's observation pre-release to Batman vs Superman was him texting me saying like, I don't get it. Why would they fight? Why is Batman fighting Superman? Yeah. And he couldn't even wrap his head around just the premise for the movie.
Yeah,
and you can see like how much that movie struggled to explain that.
Yep.
And it's just funny because
they had to build it up so much to make it seem like that was the only outcome is them fighting.
And then once they fought, it was just like you're like, oh my god, like even the fight's not what I was anticipating.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you like when you know your audience versus when you're trying to like invent your audience.
Yep.
Okay. And
you're trying to bring an audience in from sheer like unbelievableness, like
or like curiosity,
Superman.
or you're thinking the curiosity is going to have a different effect to the audience expectation.
Yeah, and like, in what world could Superman at any point not just incapacitate Batman? I don't care what kind of metal suit he has.
It's just funny how it's so easy to drone on about that movie, even though I support the hell out of Batman vs Superman. But
still
at the end of the day,
I love the action.
It's so hard not to drone on about it because it is
so unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just a comic. It's just funny. But yeah, so real quick. So getting into this movie, so we got spoiler talk. Who cares? We got no Captain America, no Bucky during the movie, but we got Bucky at the end.
Yeah,
post credit sequence. Which people said, a lot of people said too. The post credit sequences were nothing. So the one that you missed was when it was a similar Iron Man press conference moment where he's like, I am Iron Man.
Yeah,
he announces Wakanda's presence to the world at the UN. And offers their technology. They're going to share their technology.
Oh, wow.
Which, here's the funny thing. I think that rolls right into Infinity War, where there might be more technology around by the time Thanos comes for them to
fight back.
Well,
then they show in the teaser for Infinity Wars and the I think the longest preview to date that they've released. They show the mega battle between his army of like worm soldiers,
or something,
in Wakanda, like in a field or like in a forest or something, and it looks like Wakanda's behind them. So that makes perfect sense. 100%. To play that out.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, so like part of the idea is the way how they transport and visit their dead.
Oh,
like throughout this movie, they're saying that's part of one of the Infinity Gems. Like the Infinity Gem is what enables them to visit the dead, which I think the last one is the Soul Gem.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah. So like the Soul Gem and visiting other souls and like you're almost like okay, but like it's kind of like.
But they didn't. The one thing they didn't do, which we hoped, is they didn't reveal the gem.
Yes.
Where the gem is.
Yeah, and
who has the gem?
Right, but here's the funny thing. This is how effing smart these movies are. They can just tell you that the gem's in Wakanda. And in your mind, you have a whole 2-hour movie about Wakanda that you contextualize where the gem is. Yeah. And you're just like, oh, okay.
I'm already, just when I was talking about this, I'm thinking that it's probably still in the meteorite that they showed. The meteor that came down, which created the whole thing. It's probably in the meteor.
And hold up. Isn't the Soul Gem purple?
Yeah. And the plants were, and the stuff they drank was purple. And
everything was purple.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They already tied it in.
Yeah.
They do that knowingly.
Yeah.
They had to have. There's no way.
But dude, I loved the thing I loved about this movie was when it's
the train.
The train is
I love trains.
Is the idea that there's like a history. There's a heritage. There's a legacy.
Oh yeah.
You know, like when he visits his father, like when he goes into the
Oh yeah, when he goes into the dream state. Yeah.
But there's that tree, and the tree has like the tree has 3 panthers.
Yes.
But one of the panthers transforms into his father.
Yep.
The other 2 are on the tree.
Yep.
Because they're like other kings.
Yeah.
But they're not transforming because they're not connected to
him.
And I was just like, I was staring at them. I'm like, yo, that's so. Like subtle,
the fact
and
that they
smart.
thought about that to do that.
I'm just like, dude, this movie, and look, everything about this movie worked. What didn't work for this movie is what it wasn't designed for me to pick up on. Meaning that, it being in Africa, like the cultural parts of it, the I thought the references about them being like taken and they have to take back the world and these things. Like it's, we got some guitar playing, right?
It's something.
Yeah, someone's playing guitar. Could be a couple. Could be 2 units below us.
Oh yeah, that dickhead.
Yeah. So, but the thing is though, I just felt like the cultural part is hard for me to like fully connect to because I'm not from there.
Yeah.
I thought the references to slavery or what they alluded to slavery and these other things. Each time they made that reference, it could have been taken in multiple ways.
Yeah.
It wasn't totally clear, but at the same time, an evil king taking over, wanting to wage war, is something that we've seen in like other movies and other things. So like he wasn't doing anything like ridiculous. He had motivation for his like anger and his anger displacement. And here's the one thing everyone is missing, including my like Republican-driven news sites and these other sources that like I like to monitor and follow. Even though I monitor, I don't really monitor a lot of news, but some of it pops up in my newsfeed. But anyway, is that this movie makes a statement,
and that statement is
isolation versus
inclusion.
Okay, and they're for isolation in the beginning. And they dissect the idea of not being an isolationist nation, which is harmful because people are like, well, why is that harmful? The reason why being an isolationist nation is harmful is we'll just do something real quick. Like we'll talk about the Salem witch trials.
Okay.
See, the reason why the Salem witch trials happened is because they were an isolationist, sealed off colony. So when they went crazy, there was nothing there to penetrate it. So they just went crazy. Not because they were isolationists, but they were isolated. There was no guests. There was no checks and balances when they were calling people witches. Like no one from the outside was like, "Yo, these witches don't exist."
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're just making this shit up. Like you're just
right.
You're doing this on purpose to blame somebody for something that has nothing to do with witchcraft. It's just there's immoral behavior.
There's no other point of view. Like I guess like where I'm getting at real quick is like there's no other point of view that penetrates when you're like
isolated from everyone else. Yeah.
Okay. And you kind of saw that too in Wakanda, where like some of their ideas were antiquated to the world stage. But
the crazy part about that is it was so contradictory to the technology that they had.
Yes.
It made it seem it normalized it. It normalized everything because they're like so light speed beyond where the rest of the world is with their technology. Like they made Japan look like America.
Yeah. So and then the other thing I liked about it was is actually pro law, anti-immigration too.
I love it.
Like like they're making these statements.
They made a Panther movie supporting Trump. They don't even know.
Yeah, 100%. Because here's the thing.
They had an invisible wall.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and
it's a dome wall, bitches.
And the funny thing was that the point that what the threat of outsiders mean to Wakandans versus assimilation.
Yeah.
See,
and the one, and I love how they made the one person who came in who was like the most horrible person in their entire legacy.
Yeah.
Is this crazy white guy who just stole some meth.
Yeah, the crazy. Yeah,
the one got to make it in.
Dude,
and they reference it. He's the one person to make it in out from outside.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one dude. One guy. That's it.
He was awesome in this. Andy Serkis, what a fun villain.
And I love how they
crazy fun guy.
I love how they brought him back with this crazy robotic.
Yeah.
But like looked real arm.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a rubber arm, but it was like a rubber metallized with like a robotic gun arm. It was pretty sick.
Dude, they did
a great job with him.
They did that cool. I thought his rescue or his heist when they got him when they pulled him out, I thought that was like a cool like quick action scene that also showed you more of Wakanda's powers and abilities. My only knock for this movie, other than like maybe having like a quick resolution, okay, is that initially when you learned about the technology and where things were coming from, it just seemed magical and it was there. Like, even though they have like a development center and a technology center, it just seemed like, oh, we can do this, vibranium. Oh, vibranium this and vibranium that. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, it's just like a magic wand. Like, here's a better coffee mug, vibranium. We created a better mousetrap, vibranium.
Did you just hear the monologue from Jurassic Park 1 with Jeff Goldblum where he's talking about, you didn't do anything to earn this power, so you just did what everyone else did. You stood on the shoulders of giants. Yeah. You didn't think about what you did, and therefore.
Yeah. Therefore. Yes.
I just heard that in my head when you said that because you make an interesting point because they just let you assume that they've been at this level for so long now. Yeah. They just think of something and boom, because they have vibranium. Exactly. It exists now. And it's like, that's not really how technology works. Like sometimes inventions take like 10 years to develop.
Yeah. And
no matter what you have.
Even though his daughter or his sister or whatever was
really smart.
Yeah, it was like the Steve engineer. Jobs one or whatever. Yep. But it's almost like I felt like she was too young. Yeah. And the things she said she created were already there, and like, they're way before she was way older than her. Yeah. But as soon as I let that like escape my mind, I'm like, I don't freaking care. She's cute. Yeah. Like,
she's really cute.
Very cute. And I'm just like, okay, I would date her. You know. And then like I'm like, you know what? It's like any other beautiful woman when they talk about me. Blah 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 blah. You're correct. Blah blah. Like what you like? Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
It's like the mom from Charlie Brown.
Yeah, and I'm just like, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
But dude, I'll tell you what, man.
Whatever you want.
I would. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I would have been the only thing I could knock about this, or that I choose to knock about this, which I didn't even think about that. I mean, it makes sense when you say it now. That I think about it, it immediately clicks with the whole tech side and the origination of all this tech and all that. But yeah, I mean, I liked the fact that he was overthrown. I liked the fact they did that. Yeah. I didn't think about the other side of it, like another way they could have went with that in regards to like Black Panther, like hiding out in his own city and being like almost like a like a foreign like a
because
outlawed state in his own state,
because that's a part of like superheroes, which is like you're kind of an outlaw.
Well,
and I'm like, it's
the Alfred line from Batman. Either you or no, what movie is that from? You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, that's Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, yeah. Either you die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Which is somewhat of a borrowed line from the Batman animated series, which I'm pretty sure was from a Two-Face episode also. And the line, here we go. Like you want freaking you listen
obscure.
you listen to Dream Warriors for some obscure shit.
Yes,
this is it. Okay, so there's an episode with Two-Face.
Okay,
where at the end of the episode, James Gordon is talking. They have him. They arrested him, and they're talking about him, Two-Face, and Harvey Dent. And he goes, whatever the positive is of a photograph, the negative is twice as dark.
Oh wow!
And you're like, yo, Two-Face. I'm like, and it's like, is this for kids? It's like, you know how many kids have like horrible fathers and parents, and they watch that, and you're like, my dad's twice as dark as the negative. I hate you, Dad. You're the negative. It's like, yo, man, you just gave a generation of kids a complex.
from a cartoon.
Yeah, like that father can't be like, yo, I knew I was crap. I'm sorry, son. Like, I'm trying to make it better. I know you're in your mid-20s, but I'm working. He's like, no, you're the negative. You are not the positive.
You're twice as bad as you think you are, you piece of shit. I'm like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Yo, man, I was struggling. It's tough raising some kids.
Dude, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Rick James pops out of nowhere.
Rick James says cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so either way, like this movie, we had fun watching it. We were amped up watching it.
We had a good time getting to it. We had a good time at it.
Music, they throw in a freaking casino scene, which I loved.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the casino scene and the way how they photographed the girl in the red dress.
Yeah.
And the way how the camera follows her to where every time she jumped and leaped, the dress went into like a flag wave state.
Oh, yeah.
And it filled up the screen. And dude, home run there. Double thumbs up for the Grace Jones reference.
There was?
Yeah. Well, yeah. When they in the beginning of the movie where they knock at the door.
Yeah.
And Killmonger's
father.
Yeah, not Killmonger. It was
no, you're right. No, it wasn't.
Well, it was, but the guy that answers the door is
yeah.
What's his name from FaceTime's Original High? Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah,
Forrest Whitaker.
The dude with the eye.
Yeah,
I know it was the guy with the eye.
Forrest Whitaker.
I can't remember his name.
The younger Forrest Whitaker opens the door, but when he looks through the peephole, he's like, it's two Grace Jones chicks or two Grace Jones looking girls. And the guy's like, open the door, they're not going to knock again.
Yeah.
But the Grace Jones reference was so freaking awesome because we just listened to the and look, you want rabbit hole? You want Dream Warriors rabbit hole? Mark and I were just listening or watching the Dolph Lundgren TED Talk.
Oh yeah.
And the Dolph Lundgren TED Talk, which is one of the absolute best, references how Grace Jones, he was like, Grace Jones is like almost like F-boy. Like, and it's just great because like there's already too many people that don't know who Grace Jones was. Yeah. Who never like they all know her from the Conan the Destroyer and or Vamp. Yeah. The vampire movie, which was creepy, and she's like white in that. She's like,
and she was in wasn't she in Boomerang with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. Where Eddie Murphy too.
That's obscure reference.
Yes,
Boomerang.
I love Boomerang.
The toe part is the best. Where he like constantly pulls up the sheets to look at chicks' toes. Like that's his complex. Like that's the complex.
Well, that's
like, can I find a hot chick with like nice toes?
Yeah, that's similar that's similar to like Shallow Hal, where what's his name? Like like he makes fun of the girl. He's like, "Yeah, she wasn't right for me. She had a crooked toe."
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, "Oh, I couldn't say." Oh.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I look at her."
It's like, yeah.
And it's George Costanza, like,
yeah.
And his tail. He has like a vestigial tail. You're like, what the? And we can like wiggle it. And like, what the fuck is this going?
Oh my god, right. But yeah, so but that whole casino sequence. Awesome,
badass,
and then went into the road. It went into a pursuit chase.
Yep.
Black Panther like running up buildings and again like doing stuff you saw in the trailer, like ripping the tire off.
And where was that supposed to be at? What city was that? Was that in China or no? Where was that at?
Oh shoot,
I forgot. I don't know if they ever referenced where it was.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure because he's like, we have to go there. They like kind of say it. I don't know. If anyone knows, tweet it to me, AKAPAD. But either way, so we both just enjoyed the hell out of this movie. Yeah. No movie's perfect.
Nope.
But then again, with alcohol, what movie can't be perfect?
And dude, I mean, even though I was just a little disappointed in the post-credit sequence in regards, not extremely, but I missed the other one, so obviously not having seen that.
Yeah, that was and that was still kind of like no, it wasn't this like there weren't these like aha like big moments.
Yeah,
but
I think there was. But the Winter Soldier, I think people underplay what they showed there.
Yeah, right. But each one again like moved the chain.
Yeah,
each one's like, okay, like we're explaining Wakanda now in like becoming self-aware and joining the world.
Yeah,
and here's one of like Winter Soldier potentially being Wakanda-ized and Wakanda cured.
Yeah,
and learning their ways.
Yeah, and I think they're like Hydra curing him because he's like, I don't want to be.
Yeah,
he's like, until they can figure out how to get what's in my head out of my head. Yeah, like the Hydra stuff out of my head. He's like, I don't want to be alive. Essentially,
and I love it that they call him White Wolf.
Yes,
they call him White, and he doesn't have his arm.
Nope.
Meaning that he will have a Wakanda
vibranium arm.
Dude.
That's going to be even more badass than the arm he had.
It's better than Captain America's shield at that point. Oh, his arm is better than the shield. And here's the crazy thing. With the infinite wisdom what people say about the comics, and you got to stick to the source material, no one did that for the comics.
Yeah.
You comic guys can
Suck the big one.
why don't you just sit down for a little bit? Us Hollywood guys, we're going to think this through. Yeah. We're going to make it good. Like, we're going to make it better.
We're going to take what you did. I mean, because you did a good job, and we're going to make it like just baller status.
Yeah.
Only Hollywood can take a guy like The Rock and put him in suits for an entire series. And make him look sick.
Yeah.
Driving a sport version of a Range Rover, which he can barely fit in.
Yeah.
And make it look like a tank.
Hey.
It's sick, man.
Hey, quote Joe Rogan, The Rock's not done getting jacked.
Yeah.
I think about that every time I see him. I was like, "You're not done getting jacked, are you?"
And dude, the best part is when you look at, I mean, I know you did. When you look back and you see clips or memes of WWE Rock, like original Rock, Doughy Rock, and then you look at chiseled Rock, you're like, and he's like 20 years older.
Yeah, but
20 years. It ain't even like it's like 5.
And you know what the funny thing is that when he was younger in WWE, his body now versus then is like has like two like purposes. The younger Rock probably would survive in the ring for longer without injury.
Rather
than with him being shredded, because the guys that are built like The Rock have like guys like Tommy Dreamer from ECW. They have like super long careers. And Tommy Dreamer said it best. He goes muscle tears, fat bounces.
Yeah.
And
100%.
And that's
100%.
all. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you want Jack Rock in that, right?
You want Jack Rock in every scenario.
Did you see like the meme of him and his father? Like it came out during like Father's Day or one of those things.
I don't know if I did.
But dude, like it's like like, and who knows if the picture's like stretched or like whatever. Yeah. But even if you mirror them on top of each other, where they kind of have the same width and depth, dude, The Rock. You're almost like, and his father was jacked.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I remember seeing his dad in like a solo photo. It was yoked.
Yeah. But you see The Rock, and you're like, yo, like your father is not human. I don't know what the hell you are.
Yeah.
Like
the mom's not like a big person, so it's not like. But you kind of wonder like, what did his grandfather on his mother's side look like? Like what did the other guys on that side look like?
I do want to see The Rock's family tree.
Yeah.
And I know somewhere in that tree there's like King Kong.
Yeah.
Like duh! It's been here the whole time.
Or like Bigfoot. Like Bigfoot was like somehow weaved into that family tree. It's like, all right, now I get it. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Of course.
So
it's like that aha moment. Like, oh, okay.
So to wrap this up,
because
we're making this quick. We love this movie.
Oh yeah, good movie.
So Black Panther top of the drinking list, right? Middle of the drinking list, bottom of the drinking list.
It's definitely up in the top just because of the type of movie that it is.
Would you like to go through the top ones?
Yeah, top 5.
Top 5. Captain America: Civil War.
Okay.
And we're going back to Dream Warriors episode 71.
Yep, we made a list.
Available now in your feed, people.
That's right.
Guardians of the Galaxy, number 2. Number 3 is Iron Man.
Okay. Wait, it's GOTG 2 or 1?
1.
Okay.
Oh,
it's at number 2. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Thor Ragnarok is 4. Iron Man 2 is 5.
What was 3 again?
Iron Man.
That's right.
Because and two of those top 5 movies we were watching last night to get amped in pregame. we were watching Iron Man. We watched the beginning. We faced forward through the cave crap, and then we got back to Tony Stark. And we were like, yeah.
The plane scene where he's like,
Obadiah, you asshole.
I don't want any. I'm not having any. Can you uncapable of being professional? And they cut to him like holding the sake bottle, like holding the
best funny thing about that scene is when he's holding a sake bottle. It's telling him, he's like, you know what I love? He's like, every guy in that uniform has my back. Tony Stark is trying to like
ignore him.
Yeah, he's talking to himself, but he's talking to Rhodey.
Yeah,
and he's saying like, "Please shut up." Like the girls are dancing. Like, please shut up. Like,
hey, maybe this will make you shut up. I have a stripper pole come out of the floor in a plane. in a plane. Where's it coming from?
Right.
Where's it coming from?
It's the best.
How is that even possible?
Oh, okay. And then number 6 is Captain America. 7 is Winter Soldier. 8 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I definitely think it's
9's Paul Rudd. Watch that trailer, also bomb trailer.
Oh yeah,
Paul Rudd and the Wasp.
Already saw the trailer like multiple times.
Yeah,
it's just the same one.
It plays so well. Yeah, it plays okay. So I don't know. Like I was going to say, I don't know. Like
I kind of see Panther at like 6th or 5th. I can't see it disrupting the top too much.
Oh, right. So we have
dude, it was great, but I don't think it was epic enough to overthrow.
We have Captain America, Winter Soldier, Guardians 2, Paul Rudd. That is 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So this is the thing. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Just as an overall movie, but I really like this. But that's not the question. The question is it's as a drinking movie.
Yeah.
To get you amped. I mean, I think it does get you amped more than Winter Soldier, more than Iron Man 2, I kind of see it at 6th. I kind of see it right at the top of the top 5, like right underneath.
So it's above Swole, Captain America, Rocky's story for 6.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
it's above Captain America.
I kind of see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because of all the elements in place, like you've got a couple Captain Americas in this movie.
Right,
like from ability wise,
yeah, right, and
not like from being Captain America, but I think Secret Serum.
I think it has like good music cues. At the end of the day, it does have a lot of action.
Yeah,
it has
a lot of swole people. Lot, like everyone's swole, right? Or even if they're not outwardly swole, their abilities they could kill you without even thinking about it.
And the other thing that this movie does that I appreciated was that the women use their weapons to destroy people, and they're not punching people out.
Yeah.
They're not, or even like the girl when she kicks the guy off the balcony.
Yeah.
It's like she's using gravity.
Yeah.
And she's knocking him off balance.
Was that me and you that were talking about that? Were we talking about how these or did I watch this in a video or something recent where they talk about how they can't stand how these women are walking through and knocking people out?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
It was
yeah.
us. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
in Star Wars, these chicks are walking up, hitting dudes with helmets
and she has a baton. Yeah, it's.
I'm like, what the?
It's Black Widow design, like how she fights.
Yeah.
Her design fighting versus, the girl from Rogue One or Atomic Blonde.
Yeah,
punching people out, and you're just like, that dude's Atomic Blonde takes on 2 giant Russian dudes, 2 giant thugs.
Wow.
These guys are
massive.
Okay, they're 2 Brock Lesnar's, and she takes them out. And the way that she takes them out, you're like, no. Yeah. And even
no.
And even when you watch John Wick, John Wick uses
high end hand to hand combat skills, or guns,
or he in that second one he does the armbar head pop. He throws a guy into an armbar, pops him in the head.
Yeah.
And it's he's using believable techniques. And he's a guy. Yeah. But he's still a skinny dude.
And he's a trained assassin. Assassin.
Yeah.
That has they call him the boogeyman.
Yeah.
The dude's got a legacy of being a boogeyman as a real human being.
Dude, how that series is so lit. Dude. I love
that cave sequence.
And they're doing a third one. I'm
are they really?
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm keep doing.
And you know what's crazy? When that first came out, nobody knew about it.
No one cared.
Yeah.
No one cared.
People were like, oh, it's Keanu Reeves. Who gives a shit? This guy's always past his prime. They were like, dude. And then when it blew up in cult classic fanhood, way after a year after it came out, they're like, Keanu Reeves does it again. I'm like, he did it a year ago, dude. You didn't even know about it.
Yeah, you don't. You
dummy.
Dude, I'm a huge Keanu Reeves supporter. People say he can't act. No. That dude's an actor. Shut up. Number 2. Well, we'll talk about this before we sign off.
Okay.
Dude, Mission Impossible. Fallout. How good does that look?
I said this in the movie theater. You could quote me because I said this last night. I don't give a shit about Scientology. Tom Cruise is crazy as shit, but they make these movies better, and he's a big part of that.
Yeah,
he has a creative part of this. They talked about it before they even did the Dubai movie, which is 2 movies ago.
Yeah,
he's a huge part of that process.
That trailer, I'm almost like, yo, this needs to come out tomorrow. I need to, and
it comes from somebody who has this already pre-done.
Yeah,
because the movie's already done. When they they're maybe finishing up some editing, but they can't give you a preview without having the scenes.
Yes,
which means they already shot them and edited them and put the music tracks on them.
I think that was another one too, where he got injured again doing one of his stunts.
One
of his helicopter stunts.
Yep.
I think.
I remember hearing about that.
He's been injured multiple times in movies, and he's 60 now? Is he 60?
Tom Cruise? I mean, I thought he was like 110.
No, he's 50. He's too old.
He's not as old as Stallone, but he's getting up there.
Anything above 25 and you're doing what he does on his film sets, you're too old.
And dude, he's smaller than me.
Yeah.
I'm 5'8.5" and like 165 pounds.
Dude.
He's like 5'7" and like $150.
Mission Impossible.
He is a tiny man.
I want to look up when that comes out real quick.
I completely forgot about that. I'm mad at myself for forgetting that I even saw that preview. I'm so mad at myself.
And I haven't seen it too, so that was the first time I was seeing it. Yeah.
And dude, I was searching like every so often I'll do.
July 27th.
Yo, when does Infinity Wars come out?
Infinity War.
Is that June or is that July?
It's soon. It's actually a couple months away. Infinity War is May 4th.
Oh, so it's wait, is that Memorial Day?
Yeah, because they said Black Panther will return from Infinity War. I think it said Memorial Day. I think I don't know. I'm bad with holidays anyway.
Dates.
Hey,
months.
Did you know Infinity War stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Pratt?
No.
Yeah, I just love like what comes up sometimes when you Google things, and it's like I get it, like it's obvious to us, but there's a lot of people that like don't know.
They never watch these, and they're like, oh, Chris Pratt, The Guy from The Office, that guy.
Yep. And it's like it wasn't The Office, it was Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
So,
I was just watching it the other day.
Yeah. All right, dude. Signing off. Dream Warrior 72, Black Panther. Go see it. Be Panther.
Another one in the books.
Yeah, another one in the books. Rock and roll. Everyone have a good Saturday.
Go look. Godspeed.
Nice.